Hi folks, welcome back to the Metalmill52 workshop. My name is Bill, this is my shop. This is the project we just finished. There's still a lot to do with it as far as actual testing, and maybe if I can build a track in my yard here, then we can run it. But I've been pretty busy with family and work things lately, and honestly I wasn't going to publish a video anytime real soon. I wanted to actually have a new project started and start a new series, but I received a lot of very nice comments from people asking for me to continue and publish the videos, so I'm happy to do that. I'm really thrilled and kind of touched that everybody is interested and would like to see new content from me. So I'll produce a little bit here. Today will be a short episode. I thought let me get in the frame here. I don't really like to do these ones where you just talk, and you're not actually building something. So I thought I would just show the titch and talk a little bit. First of all, thank everybody for the nice comments. It's been really nice to read them and to know that the work is appreciated. So thank you, and I'm happy to produce. And that, like I said, I've said it many times on this channel, is my whole goal in even capturing and videotaping the projects that I build is to be of use for some other builder in the future, that maybe they would be able to look at something I've done and say, oh, okay, that's how you do it. So I hope this is of use and a service, and I'm glad it's entertaining and interesting to people. I'm just turning the locomotive around so you can see the different angles of it. But I'll cut the camera off in a second here. I do have another project in mind, and I thought, well, this would be fun. I could go ahead and talk a little bit about it and get whatever input from people that they have. So this is the titch. I'm going to cut the camera off in a minute. I'll put it aside, and I'll pull out the parts and pieces that I'm thinking about for the next project. So hang on for just a second while I get that resituated. Alright, here's the parts and pieces for what I have in mind next. But because of the way the titch is, it's a tank locomotive, so there's no tender. It carries its own water, and all I'll need once I have a track is to have a riding car to sit on behind it while I try to drive it. So to that end, one of the things I've collected over the years is some castings for the Raritan locomotive. This was designed by a gentleman named William Morwood, and the current seller of the project, the castings, is Tansky. That's spelled Tanski, Tansky Engineering, and you can find them on the Chasky group. They're very prominent. In fact, every year at Christmas time, they do offer, or they have over the last several years offered, a special deal on castings to build the locomotive, which is kind of like a 10% discount. And I did take advantage of that a couple of years ago and bought the set of castings for the whole locomotive. So that'll be a project sometime well in the future. But for now, let me just show you, these are the castings for a riding car. I don't have a good picture of a riding car, but let me just show you the castings, the parts and pieces here. So this is a cast iron ring that will be machined to make the brakes for the riding car, and that's critical because I can, when I've driven my large Allen Mogul locomotive, putting on the steam-operated brakes is one thing. Oftentimes if you need to jam on the brakes, having one thing to actuate is a really handy and good idea. And the riding car for the Tansky, it has a lever that you just activate and put the brakes on. So I like that little cast iron ring that will be machined into the brakes. These are the side castings. They're aluminum, which you might think, gosh, I wonder if that's sturdy enough. Well, the castings for my tender are, a lot of them for the tender for the Allen Mogul are made out of aluminum as well, so I'm not worried about this at all. Let me show you. Here are the crossbars that go like this. Give you a rough idea. And then the wheel castings, these are so cool. They're tiny little things, so you wouldn't need a very big lathe to machine them on. And it's been a long time since I've machined locomotive wheels. I mean, since I built the tender for the Allen Mogul, I keep pointing this way, I don't know if you can see it, but I built that like 12 years ago. Let me get up and show you. Here's the tender. You see how big it is. That's the back end of it, the little ladder, and the wheels are down here. They're about this big around. I don't know if that shows up or not. So anyway, it's been a while since I've machined wheels, so this will be fun this will show this project will show a lot of important locomotive machining techniques. So I'll be doing those and the cross pieces. There's a lot of stuff that's not in the castings either. One of the things is, which I have purchased, there's a lot of other things I need to either go through my scrap bin and figure out or purchase separately. But a neat thing about this design is it uses ball bearings, miniature ball bearings for not ball bearings, bearings and races. They're kind of like, they're very tiny as you can see, but the axles will go in here and the ball bearings will be set in a groove here inside the side of the arch bar side castings. So that I did find these were on eBay. They were not expensive. They were like, I forget, $1 or $2 a piece, something like that. I went ahead and bought a set of 10 of them just to have a couple of extra spares. And the one thing about it, they're actually a little thicker than the advertised thickness. So I'll have to remember to make the holes a little deeper. There's plenty of material there on the side casting, so I'm not really worried about that, but I thought that was interesting to point out. So there's a lot of other stuff I'll need to buy, but I am pretty excited about making this project. It'll be a fun way to kind of go back to the fundamentals of building a live steam thing, and really looking forward to the wheels. It's going to be cool. So let me show you a little bit about. I showed you the book already, and what's neat is the book actually has directions for like a step-by-step. It's not super detailed, but there's some nice pictures in there. It's almost as good as Kozo, but not quite. But directions for step-by-step with machining the wheels. It's got prints for machining the side bolt, the arch bar sides, and the bolsters that go across. These are called bolsters. You know me, I always say the wrong name. So, but it is a little tricky that there are some mechanisms that they don't give you castings for the brake assembly. So I'm going to have to study that a little bit. The axles are not super simple either. This is the drawing for the axle, so it'll be some work, but that's the next project on my mind. It's long, it's about 32 inches long, and what's the overall width? About 6 1/8 inches wide, and supposedly it will support 2 people. And there's a little drawing in the book for a little wooden box type thing with a little T across it for putting your feet while you're sitting on the flat car. There are some pictures too that probably won't show up too well, but I'm excited about building a riding car to use behind the titch. The other big thing that's on my mind, probably or almost assuredly before I tackle this, will be fixing the automatic feed on my lathe. If you've followed my channel, you've seen that the automatic feed is broken, and it's probably a simple fix. but I want to take that apart and fix that as well. So anyway, a lot of rambling, a little bit of show and tell. I hope it wasn't too boring for you. I just want to say again, thank you so much. I've been dealing with some family stuff lately. It's just, the things that we all have to deal with, and it is nice to see kind comments from people on my YouTube channel that offer encouragement or ask, hey, keep publishing videos. I do appreciate that. And I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. We have New Year's coming up. We've just celebrated Christmas for those of you who celebrate. Hanukkah is ongoing, Kwanzaa. So whatever you celebrate, I hope that you're having a wonderful time with your friends and your family, co-workers, and hope you stay safe and healthy, and I will keep you posted along the channel. So thanks again from Bill at the Metalmill52 channel. I do appreciate you.